questions that I got sent in. I guess it's like a little quick Q&A real quick. I'm gonna try to keep this video as short as possible, or if anything, I'm gonna break it up into groups because it's about 11 questions, so I'm gonna break it up. The first question is, why did you move out of New York City? I moved out of New York City because it's too expensive. The cost of living is really expensive. After the whole pandemic thing, like I lost my job, so I was trying to figure out like what I was gonna do, and I always wanted to dance since I was 18. But in New York, like most clubs, you gotta be 21, and if not, it's usually like them underground clubs or underground parties, and I'm not too fond of those. Like, so I moved out of New York because it was too expensive. I had lost my job, and I never really wanted to be there. If anyone is from New York, they could tell you that the living quality is not good at all. Like, it's just bad. It's just bad. Some people don't realize it till they go to other states, but you don't realize how bad you're living in New York until you live somewhere else. Question number 2: why stripping was the route for you? I still feel like stripping isn't the route for me. It's not. I'm just doing this for money right now to figure out until. Oh, let me close my door. I'm just doing this until I figure out like what I really want to do. This is not something I even want to do for more than a year. This is just something I'm doing temporary, literally. This stripping stuff is not for me. I'm making it for me, but it's not for me. I want to be something more. Like I was supposed to go to school fresh out of high school, but I didn't cause life. So, yeah. How do your parents how do your parents feel due to you being 21 and young? Well, my dad passed away, so he's not here. This happened back in 2016. And then as far as my mom, I haven't lived with my mom since, like, once my dad died, 2016, I haven't lived with my mom. I've been on my own since I've been 16. And my mom doesn't even know that I dance. So it's not a secret. When she finds out, she finds out. But I'm not going to call her and tell her. She doesn't even know that I'm in Atlanta. So that's that. Adjusting to new state and being a stripper. Yeah, adjusting to the new state is like different. It's hard. I talked about it in the boot camp vlog, like one of the first videos. That's what Brie asked me, like getting to understand the culture, the music, the people, all that good stuff. Like it's been cool though. I feel like is the perfect place for me because it's a lot of black businesses, black people, just black people doing the damn thing. Like in New York, it's still like black people are still not progressing the way they should. Like it's mostly, and I'm not being racist or anything like that, but I'm just saying anyone from New York will tell you most businesses are owned by either white people, Hispanic people, Asian people, or Middle Eastern people. There's not much black businesses in New York. It's not much black excellence in New York, period. How are you doing mentally and physically with your new career? Okay, physically I'm good. Like I might be sore or whatever sometimes, but I'm still pretty young and I take care of myself. So physically it's not that bad. Mentally, it kind of does mess with me because I know that I'm not supposed to be a dancer. Like I've been having talks with my significant other, and I just been telling him like I'm not happy with this because like I was like granted this is a weird field to work in. Like most people who are dancers or most girls who are dancers, like they aren't, and I don't want to make this sound bad. Okay, let me give you an example. When I was working at my home club, I have my dance partner. Her name is Storm. Storm has her own business. She works. She's a nanny. She just does other stuff on the side. Dancing is just like her little side thing. For a lot of the girls I meet, they want to be a dancer for the rest of their life. They don't. I'm not gonna say they don't have any goals, but I'm very goal orientated, and I want to be around a certain type of group of people, and I'm not around that certain type of group of people when I'm in the club. So it kind of is messing with me a little bit because, like I said, I'm smart. Like, this route wasn't supposed to be the route that I was taking, unfortunately, but things happen. You gotta do what you gotta do. Bills gotta be paid. So mentally, it has been messing with me a little bit, but I can't let it mess with me too much to the point where I don't want to work or I'm not making no money. So I'm gonna back. If you weren't stripping, what would you be doing, such as school or dream job? Okay, so I want to be a midwife. I want to work in the medical field. I want to start out as a nurse and then work my way up. I have delivered babies before, so like I enjoy it. It was natural for me. Like it wasn't. Most people get turned off. They don't want to see certain things. I'm all for it. I love to take care of people. Like even in a strip club, like I be too nice because I'm so used to looking out for people and taking care of people. It's just in my nature. So I definitely want to have a job where I contribute to the world. You feel me? Like stripping is cool, but I feel like it doesn't really contribute much to the world. Like I have more of a purpose than just stripping and selling guys a fantasy. That's not really my thing. You know, I like to help people and not in that way. So I would definitely like to go into the nursing field. My mom, she went into criminal law and justice. I'm also interested in that, but that's like more on the back burner. I'm even really into science. I love science. I love forensics. So we're gonna see what I end up doing. If you went to college, what would you study, such as major? Like I just said, I want to be either in the medical field, forensic science, something along those lines. Like I'm trying maybe to mix it to science and medical, like something, or midwife, something like that. I want to be definitely in the medical field. Still haven't made up my mind, but I will be going to college 2021 for sure. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Is it hard to keep up with your hair, nails, and feet? Yes, it is. I'm not a girly girl. I'm from New York. Like, yes, I like to do my nails. Yes, I like to do my feet. Yes, I like to. But I want to wear my natural hair sometimes. And Judy told me, like, you could wear whatever hairstyle you want to wear. Like, it's all about your confidence. But I just feel like we're not going to pretend like most men or a lot of men don't like natural hair. Like, let's not pretend like that doesn't exist. So it's like, I really don't want to wear my natural hair to work because I'm very protective of it. And if somebody says something about my natural hair, I don't know how I'm gonna feel about it. Um, do you consider yourself a pole type of dancer or just a floor dancer? I'm good at both. I feel like I'm good on the pole, but I'm still building my stage presence. Like you feel me? And then as far as floor work, I'm getting better at it. I'm not used to talking to men. I'm used to men talking to me. So once I get over that mental block, uh, I'll be able to be a better floor worker. But it's just certain men that I don't like to approach. I don't like aggressive men. So a lot of the time, or even men that's too drunk, I don't like to approach them because you just never know. You never know with men in general, but a drunk man, you really never know. So I consider myself a little bit of both. I'm still working on it. I've only been dancing since August. So do you date anyone, and has anyone stopped speaking to you due to your career choice? No. I had an ex who we was together for like 5+ years, and he always told me like if I was a dancer, he wouldn't mess with me. He doesn't want me to be a dancer. And now that I'm actually a dancer, he's actually been on my body. He's been talking to me, so men say one thing and they do the other. And I am seeing somebody, and he doesn't care that I dance. Like he'll come to the club sometimes and support me real quick. Like it's cool. Like he said he dated dancers before, so we're gonna see how it goes. I'm not really rushing into anything. I didn't come down to Atlanta to date, so I'm just gonna see where it goes. How has this boot camp helped you? How has the boot camp helped me? I mean, it has helped me in a way where, like, being less shy, I would say. Like, honestly, coming in with the, like, okay, let me put this the best way I could put it. When you start dancing, usually, and you're by yourself, things are a lot much harder. Like I said, when we started working, our tip out was free, like stuff like that. We're all new together. Like when I first started dancing by myself, I was by myself. It was nobody talking to me, nobody helping me, nobody nothing. So it helped me in a sense where I don't feel alone. But as far as everything else, like I honestly well, I honestly feel like I didn't need the boot camp. Like that's just my final opinion on it. I feel like I didn't need it. I feel like it's more for dancers who's new to the game. Like as far as like learning, I really didn't learn anything. This was more for like being comfortable, but I haven't really learned anything. I'm gonna be honest. I'm not gonna sugarcoat anything. I haven't learned nothing. Nothing. But it is nice to have the other girls with me and nice to have the support. Basically, the support is how it benefited me, but I did not learn anything. I don't know if that's because I've already been dancing, or I don't know if that's because like I just feel like I haven't really received. It's like not individualized. Like I'm the type of person I need to learn one on one, and there's so many of us and so many other people that I feel like we all don't get the attention that we need, but that's fine because like I said, I don't need it and I know some girls need it more than I do, so I'm not even mad at it. But it's still cool though. I appreciate the experience. If I could go back in time, would I do it? No. So, but yep, other than that, I feel like I answered all the questions. But I'm still grateful for this opportunity. I'm still thankful that I get to meet Bree and Tess. They're really cool. And I appreciate that they made an effort to try to help other black women because we really don't, people don't help us. Like, they don't. Like, a lot of the times we have to go out of our way to get help or go out of our way to do things or go out of our way to get opportunities. So I appreciate them opening up their club and inviting us to their club and stuff like that. I do appreciate it, but I think if I could go back in time, I would just stick to myself and stick to what I know because what I've been doing since I got to Atlanta has been working for me. That's just my opinion, but I'm about to head out. I'm trying to keep this video short. I love you guys. Thank you for everyone who supports me. And yeah, like I appreciate the support because like I said, it's hard. It's hard to be young and black and by yourself in a new state. So I appreciate the support. I really do. I appreciate y'all. And I'm gonna holla.